Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are in a mildly awkward situation here. We had a succession happen and our brother was given the Duchy of Kong. That is not ideal under any circumstances, and we have of course imprisoned him and thrown him into the dungeon. So he is currently in poor health. Hopefully he won't last too much longer and will inherit it. That'd be ideal. Apparently he is being creative and mischievous. He is now rowdy. Okay. Well, hopefully he just won't last too much longer. This ransom is acceptable. We'll take 50 gold. Absolutely. And we would like to get some of these tribal holds upgraded to level 2 relatively soon. One thing I want to check is what is the raiding status right now? Okay, we could raid down this direction, and I think we should. So we're going to head off over this direction. We'll get some raiding done while we are young. There's not a lot else we can do, of course. I mean, there are things we could do. But for the moment, we're just going to head on through here. Get this raiding completed. So I'm thinking heading here, 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 and then like raiding up this direction. Actually, we could do a lot of raiding over here, now that I look at it. We could increase our stewardship by 1, and we absolutely are going to do that. Any stewardship that we can get right now is good. We just delivered back that raid loot because we walked through our territory to get here, which is kind of amusing, but that's fine. We'll get 15 gold, and I would absolutely love to get one of these tribal holds upgrading. 388 prestige for that. Okay, so our primary lack there is prestige. We were balancing this around holding both of these duchies ourselves when we died, and we absolutely do want to do that. So let's head on down over here. We are going to get as much gold as possible, and of course that will also net us some prestige. We can also ransom off some prisoners, and we should do this. We'll ransom this guy. Absolutely. Only 10 gold here, but we'll take it. So that seems good. Cool. Now we're going to continue to loot our way through here. I'm currently leaning towards going... Yeah, I'm thinking about going this way. We only have 42 gold right now, so I'm thinking here, 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 home. We could raid out over this direction. Do we want to, is a question that we should ask. Well, eventually we'll fill up on our loot, but not here. It's only 3 loot. So I guess we could definitely just head out... You know what? We could just head out over here. Raid up to here and then come back. All of this is pre-raided. So we could absolutely come down this way. That seems fine. We're going to walk through here and get some additional raiding done. And then we'll come back up this way on our way home. We can actually raid here as well. And here. So some of these are timing out. That looks good. We have potential raiding options. I like it. So we're 350 gold right now. We're at 48 raid gold, which is not a lot of raid gold, to be honest. We can ransom this guy for 25 additional gold, and we will certainly do that. I really want to get these tribal holds upgrading, but we're lacking 200 prestige to do that. 200 is a lot of prestige. There are ways we can get that prestige, but I'm not sure we want to at this time. So we're going to head in over here. I'm not sure where these guys are heading to raid, but they might take some of our loot. We would not be happy about that. I'm going to hop over here for now. This is only 3 gold, but we have a Dynasty Legacy available. And what do we want to take here? Well, legitimacy would be interesting. Oh, game's unpaused. Legitimacy would be interesting, so that would get us control growth. I do kind of want to go down the law trajectory here for that domain limit. And I think that's what we're going to do for now. So we're going to go that direction. We're going to finish up this loot. Then I'd like to come in and raid these guys. But unfortunately, we're not going to get that. 5 gold and an additional stewardship. We will happily take that. Fantastic. So we're not going to be able to raid here, unfortunately. That's 21 gold. They're fighting each other. And they actually stack wiped each other, I think. Nope. They got their gold back. Okay, that's fine. We'll just raid up over this way for now. We'll raid here, 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 then home, is the idea. Okay, So that's a fair amount of rating, no doubt about that. But I feel like we didn't get all that much gold from it. A lot of these were like 3 gold. Sure, we'll take 10 gold. Absolutely. And we would love, absolutely love, to get a huge chunk of prestige. This has been looted recently. Okay, yep, that we finished that up. That's good. We're going to head on down over this way. How old are we right now? We are currently 8. Okay, and we're at 9 stewardship at this moment without any education trait. That's looking reasonable. How is our brother doing? He's still in poor health. And we'll respect her privacy. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. So we need to head on down over here and finish up this raid. This ransom is acceptable. We'll definitely do that. Ooh, 150 prestige. Okay. So with that chunk of prestige, we can absolutely... Nope, we can't do that yet. We're missing 58 more prestige. Okay. So we'll just head in here, then home, and that'll get us over 100 prestige. Sounds magnificent. So we have a couple of unstationed units here. We're going to want to station those. But we'll just head on up over this way for now. We could execute our brother. That is a possibility. This is acceptable. We'll take 25 gold. But we would absolutely love it if this kid would just die. That would be great. We're going to keep him in the dungeon for now. We don't have the domain limit to hold his 3 to 4... Actually, it's going to be 3. Yeah, his 3 counties there. And now we're just going to head on home here. And we'll just deliver our 144 gold and 144 prestige. So that, of course, means that we can upgrade this to a level 2 tribal hold. Sounds great. We'll take some gold here. And we're going to be negative in prestige for a little bit here as we recover our men-at-arms. Now that they're recovered, we're very slightly positive. Okay. We could become zealous, or we could become ambitious or sadistic. I am leaning towards ambitious. We'll take it. Sounds good. We could also be either humble or arrogant. So humble would get us plus piety, which would be useful. Arrogant would get us plus prestige, which is more useful. It is sinful, but we're going to take it because I want that sweet, sweet prestige. So that sounds good. We can ransom off these prisoners. None of that was this kid, right? No. Okay. Fantastic. I should have double-checked that, but I did not. And I would love to bump up our fortified tribal hold over here. We need 300 prestige for that one. So, how are we going to go about getting 300 prestige? There are a couple of good ways to do it. Also, Ghana has expanded. Their military strength is currently considered superior to ours, but that will change if this kid will ever die. That would be good. Now, we're currently at 9, and it'll take some time for us to get our education trait. Who is currently educating us? We don't have a guardian? I mean, this guy's greedy, so we could go with him. He is an astute intellectual, and we don't have anyone who has any... Yeah, no one who has any stewardship education trait. I guess we'll just go with this guy. That'll be fine. Not ideal, but fine. What is our regent set to? Our regent is set to promote authority. We're going to go to fill coffers here. She is selfless, so that is absolutely great. And for the time being, we mostly just need to come of age here, and perhaps expand into Lobi would be ideal. Yeah, we could definitely do that. That is all within the Kingdom of Kong, or almost all. This is within the Kingdom of Akan down here, but that's fine. So then we would also need Nazi. Okay, so that would be our capital duchy, and this would be overall our economic duchy, I think, is the way that we would structure that. That's probably fine. We can work with that. There are a lot of holdings in these areas. There are fewer holdings down here. Yeah, this seems fine. That would be okay. So Fortified Tribal Hold just finished up in Felona. We can definitely start thinking about upgrading these to level 2 buildings, and that would not be a bad thing. Where was that chafing control at? Here? Okay, that'll get cleared off relatively soon from our increasing county control. 15.65% chance per month. So that seems absolutely fine. We're also working on promoting our culture up here. And we are now 10 years of age. We are hoping that our brother does not survive too much longer. If we have to, we can execute him. He is a known criminal, so we wouldn't be viewed as a tyrant, but we would be viewed as a kinslayer. We'd lose a level of devotion, and we'd lose legitimacy. I would prefer not to do any of that. So for the moment, I think it's reasonably okay. I wouldn't mind heading over here, specifically. Okay, so that got looted. So we would have to loot here and walk through them. The idea here is that we would loot here and then turn around and fight them. Like this. Beautiful. Yeah, that looks good. So the idea here is we're using this as a prestige farm. Fantastic. So that was a good opportunity there. We also may want to chase him down. We do need a new chancellor, and that'll be this guy. So yeah, let's chase this guy down and see where he's retreating to. Yeah, I want to fight him again. We want to get as much prestige out of this as we can. So we're going to do exactly that. Fantastic. That got us another 73. We can then head back up over here. I want to get this tribal hold working up as soon as we can. He is running away from us. We're going to try to catch him here. Okay, down here. Sounds good. We'll fight him here. No problem whatsoever. We are just interested in the prestige. That was a stack wipe, so that's all we're going to get. 89 prestige. We'll bring our 3 gold home. That wasn't the point. 3 gold is not very good, that's for sure. And we'll just bring that on home. We gained a level of fame, so that's, you know, something. Our level of fame is, of course, here. Yeah. So that's absolutely fine. Beyond that, what are we interested in doing? Well, we want to get this up to a level 2 tribal hold. We're missing 32 prestige for that. That's not a lot of prestige. We could get that just from raiding, our loot from raiding. That is a viable option. I'm a little bit scared of Ghana right now, but once we manage to get this duchy back under our control, I feel like that'll be reasonably fine. So let's raise all of our raiders here. And we're going to go raiding down this way. So there's only the one location there. Where would we want to raid beyond here? This is really the only spot we can raid over here. We could come out over this way. I doubt we're allied over here. Ooh, okay. So we could be just, which would give us +2 stewardship. That would be good. We could get greedy, which would get us a bunch of gold. Or not actually that much gold, but some gold. Percent increases right now aren't that valuable. I think, honestly, becoming just is the way to go here. That gets us another domain limit, even before our education trait. So I feel like that's really, really solid. Okay, so we're going to head on up and loot over here. I do want to get this tribal hold upgraded as soon as we can. We're lacking 20 prestige for that. So we're looking for opportunities to gain prestige without ideally spending gold. That would be the way to go here. We're, of course, going to want to adopt feudalism as soon as we can. We're on tribalism right now, which is not necessarily ideal. Now, we are not our culture head because we are not of age. I think that we'll become of age soon enough, but this is going very, very slowly. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. So we'll loot up over here. That was only 2 gold. Actually, maybe we should come back over here. 19 gold. You know what? Let's go this way. So we'll go here. I don't think we can loot this while it's under occupation. I don't think we want to anyway, since that's Ghana. So that's probably not the best of ideas. Let's just head up here, loot this for the 19 gold, head back. That'll give us the prestige that we need. Guaranteed. So that'll be okay. Our regent is now more powerful. She is still selfless, right? Yes. So there shouldn't be a problem there. Okay, let's head back with our 25 gold. Fantastic. We'll disband this. And we are, of course, going to upgrade our tribal hold here. Looks good. So we have this guy who's not endorsing us, but that doesn't matter whether he's endorsing us or not. He doesn't have any holdings, so it doesn't matter in the slightest. So that's absolutely fine. Our brother is, of course, still in poor health. Hopefully that will not become a thing. Okay, sure, you can be our friend. Hopefully he'll not get free. That would be awkward. Hopefully he'll die very, very soon. He is also slow, so there is that. With any luck, we'll get his territory soon. If we have to, we can always kill him. But at the moment, there's not really a need to. Once we are at 6 domain limit, then there's a need to. So that's how long he has to die on his own. Beyond that, we'll go for it. So we still have low county control in some areas here. I'm wondering what the county control is out over here. Not great. Okay, that is fine. So we could become Sweet Treat, or rather get Sweet Treat. Or we could just increase our diplomacy by 50% chance. Do it. I'm not sure if we did increase our diplomacy. It doesn't really matter either way. 15 gold and an additional stewardship. Do it. Beautiful. So that puts us up to 13 stewardship without an education trait. We're doing pretty good on that front. I like it. Sure, we're going to take 150 prestige here. Absolutely. And I would like to start upgrading one of these structures, although that's pretty expensive in the prestige. No doubt about that. As a child, it's a little bit harder to build up our prestige. Okay, we don't need a crush on a commoner. That is going to destroy our legitimacy, so that would not be ideal. What else do we have going on here? Well, there's not a lot going on at this exact moment. We're mostly just waiting for a few things. Our brother to die would be great. He is apparently malnourished now, giving him another severe penalty to his health. So that is good. He should hopefully die soon. Hopefully. Beyond that, we're waiting to come of age. We're currently at 13, and that's going to be done very soon. We are increasing county control over here. That's nearly maxed out now, so that's looking solid. Do we want to learn a language? Not really. Not really. Okay. So we want to continue to increase county control down this way. Fantastic. I would love it if our brother would die. We're currently at 3 out of 5 domain holdings, so it doesn't have to be an immediate sort of thing. Oh, look at this. Ghana has actually broken up a little bit. Fascinating. Just looking at some options there. We're not actually going to declare anything like that, obviously, but that's an interesting option for sure. What we need to be working on right now is heading towards the Empire title of Guinea, but at our current state, it's not a huge priority. Okay, what else do we have going on here? People can allegedly fart loudly? Yes, that's fine. And I suppose we could take some piety here, but that would get us a bunch of stress. We're going to get some dread instead. That'll be okay, too. Snakes loose in her quarters, huh? Okay, we'll just stop the pranking spree. That'll be fine. We don't want that to get too far, after all. We can now create an accolade. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So I guess that's tied not to tribalism, but rather to kingdom level. Okay, so what would we get here? Mentor and Scoundrel. Yeah, these are probably not great. Ooh, this guy has Pike Captain, though. And Outrider? We're going to go with this guy. Pike Captain, and we could go with Outrider as the secondary attribute. But it wouldn't be great. I think that we would be better off going for something like Tactician here. That sweet, sweet Men-at-Arms counter efficiency. Okay, so we'll create that accolade. That costed us 150 prestige, but that is going to be worthwhile because we can immediately bump these up to size 5, these pikemen, but they're unstationed right now. We, of course, need our brother to die to do something about that. He is still in the dungeon and still malnourished, so we'll see how that ends up going. We're currently 13. Okay, what do we want to focus on here? Stewardship? Probably. Yeah, 50 gold and additional stewardship. Sounds good. Our brother is trying to ransom himself. We decline. We want him to die. Absolutely. Eventually he will. The question is it going to be fast enough? Probably not. We're probably going to need to execute him, but we'll see what ends up happening with that. I would rather not be known as Kinslayer if we can get away with it, but I'm not convinced that we can get away with it. So Fortified Tribal Hold has been built up over here, and we can definitely start thinking about upgrading these. We'll need prestige for that, and quite a lot of it. We have plenty of gold at this moment. Prestige is what we are short on, which is not surprising. There is a dangerous faction here. It's just peasant rabble. Okay. All of our vassals are currently imprisoned. Hilarious. I like it. Okay, so this is all absolutely fine right now. It won't be fine very soon. We're going to have to do something to change the status quo shortly. We're going to want to start expanding down this direction very, very soon and getting Guinea under our control. We're a long ways away from taking Guinea, of course. We need to be like 10 times larger than we are. So that'll be a little bit of investment, no doubt about that. We're going to want to adopt feudal ways fairly soon. We're going to need to organize our faith to do that. And we need to have the law absolute tribal authority as well. So that's going to be a lot of prestige to get that worked up. That's fine. Is there anything else in that list that we're going to need? Hang on. Development level in our capital is going to be 10, and we're going to have the tribal era innovations. Yeah, that's fine. So our capital development is currently 0, growing very, very slowly. What about down in Kong? Development is 4. It's not growing at all. Okay. So we should probably be working on increasing development, but we're going to let this culture promotion finish up for now. Really, development growth could be, well, this is awkward, right? Yeah, it's awkward because we were going to move some things around. We just finished increasing county control over here, and I'm going to work on county control down this way. And we can't revoke this title because we don't have high tribal authority. Just revoking the title is probably the better route, actually. We're missing 200 prestige for that. Let's raise our local raiders, and let's go see what we can do. So we can raid up over here. If we can just get that law brought up, we can just revoke the title. That would be a better route than executing him, for sure. So we can loot here. We can head down this direction. Oh, hang on. We just inherited it. He just died. Okay, beautiful. So that puts us at 5 out of 5 right now. So I'm going to bring these guys back home for the moment. We need to do a little bit of changing things around. Okay, so we're going to disband this army for right now. Beautiful. So we are currently 15. That sounds great. And at this moment, we want to station some of our units, right? So this is intended to not have anything stationed in it. This is intended to have cavalry stationed in it, and we don't have any way to boost up light cavalry, correct? Yes, we determined that. Only archer cavalry at this point. So that's reasonably fine. This is intended to have archers in it, and that does boost up, not archer cavalry, but it does boost up archers here. Okay. Sparring grounds doesn't boost archers, but I don't think we have anything that can other than that, so that seems fine. In Kong North, we currently have longhouses. I would like to swap this over to what? Well, eventually it should probably be war camps, but we're going to want to have our spearmen here. So for right now, we should definitely station spearmen in Kong North. There we go. And I believe our other unit of spearmen is intended to be stationed here. So we would want to revoke this guy's title. 81% chance of success, huh? That's a lot of tyranny there, and I think our best bet is to go up to high tribal authority. So now that that's done, I want to raise our raiders here, and I want to head down potentially this way. This loot isn't all that great. We can head down coastal, though. Okay, let's head down this way for now. Never! A peasant's lot is to serve their lord. Okay, we're not going to go raiding. We're going to go fight these guys. Never mind. We're back. Okay, so we're going to go fight up over here. They're not even making any siege progress. That's kind of hilarious. This is not going to make us prestige, unfortunately. He actually left this area. Okay, because we would have been the defender there. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so now we're going to disband these guys again. This war is over. We'll enforce those demands. And we're going to re-raise our raiders down here. That'll take 3 months to raise. I don't know how real that is. I guess a little real. Okay, well, they're going to make their way down here. I think this is probably good enough. We don't need to have all of our forces raised, but we need to have a good amount of prestige here. So we're going to head in over this way. Okay, and we're going to raid a bunch of stuff over here. So 19 gold here. Ooh, we're going to get to fight these guys. I like it. I don't want to spend 75 prestige here. Good one. Okay, so we're going to come of age very, very soon. Here, we're currently 15. We could convert to Acom. I don't think we want to. We'll just get a little bit of piety here. Cool. And we're going to fight these guys. That will be very, very solid for us in prestige. A court artifact, and we'll gain a grandeur modifier. We'll take that. And that, of course, means that we can put in some court artifacts here, which we should do. And that'll gain us a little bit of prestige per month over here and over here. And then in our pedestal, we can put in our strife and rage, which will also gain us some prestige per month. In our inventory, we have architecture of trade as well, and that'll give us +1 stewardship. So we should absolutely equip that. Okay, so that sounds good. This ransom is acceptable. And we're just going to head down, I think over here. Okay, we've come of age. We're a thrifty clerk, which is not necessarily ideal, but it'll do good enough. So we need to choose stewardship here, or potentially majesty focus. Now, I went for the stewardship education specifically for the domain limit. If we went for majesty focus, we wouldn't get the bonus to gain, right? But we'd gain the extra prestige per month. That said, wealth focus might not be a bad idea here. We could definitely do that and get ourselves a fair amount of gold and build up our gold. Even if we can't spend our gold, it will be good to build it up, and we'll spend it very quickly once we adopt feudalism. No doubt about that. So let's head in over here. We're at 61 gold right now. What do we need to bump up to high tribal authority? 37? Okay, so we have enough. In fact, he's going to fight us here. This is going to be a lot. I think that we win that, so I'm allowing it to happen. Yeah, we absolutely do win it. That's going to be a big amount of prestige. So that's great. We are sieging this right now, or raiding it, I think. Maybe not. 40% chance to gain some prestige here. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll see what ends up happening there. So we're actually not raiding this, remarkably. We gained 150 prestige there. Okay. I don't know why we're not raiding this. Are we allied here? I don't think so. Very strange that we didn't raid this. We're just not raiding. Okay. Well, let's head on back then. We have the prestige that we need. So what we need to do here is pass high tribal authority. There we go. And let's just make our way back and put these guys down. And I do want to revoke this guy's title, if we can. He has a 100% chance. We will lose some legitimacy here, but I'm going to do it regardless. Interesting that we lose legitimacy from pulling that back. It makes sense, though. I'm okay with it. So we're going to disband this army, and at this point, of course, we need to station this unit, and that will be stationed in Laraba. Beautiful. So over in Boron, I want to change this over to a gathering hall. And then in Kong North and Laraba, we're going to need to upgrade those. That'll all be a next episode sort of thing, though. We're in a much better position now. We're going to need to get a wife, of course. That will be a fairly high priority thing. And then getting this county once we get 7 domain limit, and our wife should get us there, in theory. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Kintogan, Ali Lee, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.